All right, so we're just moving right into the next set here. No time wasted whatsoever. We have Juice and Marathon. I know Juice is a Rhode Island player. Lucas, I believe he's PR'd this current season, but I cannot remember the number that he is, if he is. So if anyone from New England is watching, please let us know. Let everyone else in the chat know that this player is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
And Marathon, I'm not familiar with in the slightest, so I'm going to have to apologize for that one.
No, but I love seeing the Robin representation. We do have in South Florida Death that reps Robin on the East Coast there. So seeing other players now play the character more consistently, and now like now as time progresses with the game, so many new players are learning different types of strategies to go about different matchups. And Robin being one of those characters that is a little lackluster in the neutral run speed-wise and area-wise, but to take advantage of her aerials, as in like not her aerial mobility, but her aerials hit so hard and cover such a large amount of space.
I think the group that Robin falls under is the characters that aren't good off base but are good off advantage state, because this game is all about advantage states.
Yeah.
If your character has a good advantage state, it doesn't really matter how bad the disadvantage is, how bad the neutral is, and you know, as much as it does in other games. I'm so happy you have this, by the way.
Of course.
Just having the Robin stuff, because you see Robin pretty often. But these are two underrated characters, underrepresented characters, and two characters that, like I said, thrive off of the advantage state. Whenever Lucas gets his hands on you, or specifically the rope snake on you, a lot of damage comes out. And whenever Robin has, you know, at the ledge, has you locked in shield with the Arc Thunder, she does a lot of damage off that.
Yeah, like speaking of Lucas and grabs in particular, like Robin as well is one of those characters that with checkmate, it's all like weight dependent, but normally around 80% down throw or up throw could potentially lead you to get an up air mix up on them.
All right, the rope snake kind of just failing Juice right there, gets him hit by the arc fire. Oh, Arc Thunder into the up air, and clean conversion right there. If you ever get caught by Arc Thunder, there's a lot of damage coming through.
Oh,
and so I think the big thing you want to do when you play Robin is avoid Arc Thunder. Like that, like don't shield it, don't get hit by it. If you see it, just get out the way.
And not only that, like when you see that she's also holding like a book in hand and possibly trying to go for follow-up, like every book does like 18% damage.
Yo, those hurt. Like books do indeed hurt people.
Those books are definitely college books. Like that is not any other type of book. That is definitely a college book that you're getting slapped in the face
whole the book that they make you spend like $100 on.
Like $200
for the 6-week course. Like.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! He just reflected it with forward smash. He just reflected that with forward smash and capitalized off of it with himself, and it was able to take the stock.
Nobody's doing that.
That was
Nobody's doing that.
It's very smart of him to time that as well, because this is the one character that you can take advantage of all her projectiles throwing at you. You could heal from them, but also reflect them with your forward smash.
I'm still just kind of lost if you did it. Like I know it's a mechanic, I know it's a thing, but it's like nobody's just seeing in a projectile and going, yeah, let me F smash, you know?
And I can actually see that Marathon, that actually kind of caught Marathon off guard, because notice a different type of playstyle that we're seeing. Compared to
Juice has momentum.
Yeah, Juice has straight momentum, but aside from that, Marathon slowed down the game, but that down smash.
Yeah, when you play against Lucas, you gotta pick your ledge options quick, because down smash, 3 hits, very active, very strong.
And very big.
Exactly.
It goes pretty low below the stage as well.
So you're gonna see Marathon now when Juice is in advantage, specifically at the ledge, pick his options a lot faster, just because down smash is such a threat. Oh my god, he really got it.
Yep.
Falling there, down tilt, grab. And all that is just a small mix-up in itself. There's no like right answer for it besides like spam roll. Because if you jump, rope snake catches you. If you try to air dodge do anything, it just doesn't come out.
Yeah, so. Especially when he has his confirms out of a grab, that's obviously, it's like similar to what we saw in our first set with Luigi. You know, Luigi wants to not try to overcommit. You see him go for the 1-2-3 jab or the 1-2 grab on purpose, so that way he can capitalize off of what he's going to get off of the grab. Exactly. And as you saw right there, our boy Lucas was able to get the kill off of that single grab.
All right, so Juice putting Rhode Island back on the map just a tiny bit. There are a good bit of good players from Rhode Island, you know, from Mars. I don't know if you heard of them. But showing that there are lower down players also from the same state even that can also do some damage. Up 1-0 in this set, taking it to Town and City. And I know this is a very good stage for both characters just because of the lower ceiling. Yeah, Lucas can live that.
Oh,
he's got no problem with that.
He did it! He tried to do it with the oh my god,
Sour spotted. There's too much
Marathon.
going on here. He needs to live that.
He's just doing a
Yeah,
really
goodbye.
good job at contesting on stage. All those times he kept trying to get for the spike, whether it be with Elwinds, he managed to get it with the down air instead.
He was so confident in that edge guard, because I know when I see Lucas recovering, I just gotta think twice just because PK Thunder 2, the way his works, it just drags you and then big hit at the end. And that hit is so hard to tech, and sometimes you fall out, you buffer your tech, you get air dodge, you're dead anyway. But Marathon just says, you know what, F all that, I'm gonna kill you now.
I'm just happy to see that Marathon's mentality did not diminish in the set after what happened in the very first game, because seeing how he just played in the beginning was very similar to how we saw him play in the very beginning of the last game.
Alright, so now Juice is trying to figure out a way to get any sort of offense going. Dead spot of Arc Thunder just kind of working against Marathon there, but if Juice is able to get a grab, like I said, he won't get a direct kill, but he can get some damage started. Tried to skip a step right there, go straight for the down air because you could get the down air and then pop up. Oh, he's got to be dead here. Okay, you tried to swag a little too hard right there, young man. You gotta drop that.
I actually don't think, I want to say that he wasn't purposely trying to go for the
Yeah, he was probably going for up air.
I think he was trying to go for up air, and because he double tapped jump, he ended up getting the footstool.
Oh,
but
swagging out
speaking
footstools,
of a little
yep.
spaz of himself,
Oh, man.
Juice,
Oh,
with
you
these
do it again?
footstool
Oh,
combos,
he missed
trying to
it.
show this man that, yeah, you could try to style me, but it's not going to work like I, it's
you
going to work
did
for
that
me.
on accident? I did this on purpose. Oh, he's still keeping him in disadvantage. And that down smash somehow not catching Marathon there, but now 78% just because he got him in a bad situation twice. And that's the power of Lucas. Lucas, people don't talk about him, but this character is ridiculous. Oh, that forward air, even with the bronze sword, going to do it, and we're going to game 3.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about Robin's aerials. Not so much her aerial movement speed, but her aerial attacks in general just deal so much damage and cover a good amount of space, especially when she has Levin Sword in hand.
But that's you know, that's how it works basically. You only have strong aerials when you have the Levin Sword. Levin Sword has very limited uses. Do you have that here?
I actually, yes, well, not that in particular. What I have is basically whenever you see a Robin throw out her aerials when she doesn't have Levin Sword, the more arrows she throws out, the faster sword spawns.
Okay.
So when you see Robins try to press aerials, like maybe when they're away from their opponents, it's because they're trying to spawn Levin Sword faster.
Okay. But all going back to the main point, Levin Sword is limited. Bronze Sword is the alternative for when you do not have Levin Sword, you do not input your aerial as a smash attack. And typically you don't see the Bronze Sword come out unless it's like a Nair, because there's no Levin variation of Nair. But
this man just did 4 down tilts into like jab.
yeah,
it's kind of like, well, I wouldn't say busted, but I would say he's definitely a slept-on character, as in like his setups allow him to convert so much percent.
Yeah, Lucas's boxing game is highly underrated just because of those down tilts you just saw, and the frame 2 jab that can just follow right after, confirming the grab, and then of course the grab itself. So when you are within, I don't know what that was.
He tried to down air on his shields.
When you're within range of Lucas, where grab is a threat, jab can hit you, and down tilt is like a mix-up, that's a very dangerous spot to be in.
As we're seeing right here, though, Marathon was doing a pretty good job at keeping Juice on the ledge, recovering some of his own health as well.
All right, so Juice trying to find his way in, but tries to jump in, but that arc fire is going to meet him right where he wants to go. Marathon tries to go for ledge jump, but a little too late. Juice picked this option immediately. Arc Thunder, and then there's the up air. That's what he was going for.
That's what he was trying to go for.
That's what he got in game 1. All right, that's the downer that Juice was going for last game when he got that second lock. But okay,
that was not, although it didn't deal maybe so much that he could have gotten from otherwise. That still looked really nice.
Yeah, it looked clean. And he got all that damage that he healed back in the form of damage, but you know it still looked nice.
And what's interesting to see about this matchup in particular is usually Robin can kind of hang around the ledge and bait you to come to her because she has, you know, Arc Thunder, she has all these other tools that force you to get closer to her. But in this matchup in particular, she can't do that against Lucas.
Exactly. On top of the fact that her specials are also as limited as her aerials are. Lock? He did it. Yeah, he
just did it in the wrong direction, but was still able to get the grab regardless.
All right, so like I said, Levin Sword aerials are limited, but the specials that Robin uses are also limited by the tomes. They all have a limited amount of uses, and because Robin has that, you have to be very careful on how you zone people up, just because the resources can just be gone if you don't manage them correctly. But on top of that, Lucas, like you said, can absorb projectiles, even though he doesn't get a whole lot of Arc Fire or Arc Thunder. That's still damage you can heal back, and that eventually adds up if you're not careful.
And it's putting him in a very pressuring situation as well. As you can see right here, Marathon keeping Juice on the ledge and forcing him to actually try to find a way and jump around Marathon, which isn't a good spot. Wow, that killed.
Yeah.
That killed.
Jab 1, 2, 3 from Robin. Joint is strong.
Wow.
I don't know why it's so strong, but it's pretty strong.
It sent him horizontally though. That knockback was straight, it wasn't straight horizontal, but it sent him in a very horizontal position that I don't know if he was trying to DI out of the jab.
He was probably trying to DI out because he couldn't like straight up jump air dodge.
Yeah, that's what it looked like he was trying to go for. So it could be potentially like he was trying to DI that way as well. So it caught him in a pretty bad spot. But that match, Marathon versus Juice.
I like seeing those characters.
And Marathon taking it over Juice, and both Juice and Marathon had displayed a really good understanding fundamentals of their characters, but Marathon was just able to do that nice edge guarding in the very beginning of that game 3, and I feel like it just gave him all loads of momentum.
Yeah, when you get a kill like that in bracket, especially when you're playing in front of people in a high stakes situation like that, when you get kills like that, confident kills like that, it does a whole lot for you, and people underrate that.
Yeah, it puts you. We were talking about when we saw Fatality meditate. How important mentality is.
Exactly.
Mentality, fatality. I get it.
Wow.
But
you're something.
But when you see a player try to take a deep breath, or take a breather while they're coming from the Heaven platform, it's because they're trying to mentally prepare themselves for a very patient stock, but a smart stock at that.
Exactly.
So it's okay to like take a break sometimes if you need to feel like, hey, like the buttons that I'm pressing right now aren't intentional. That's when you need to relax and understand what you are actually doing and mapping out what you're going to be doing next, depending on where you are in Windows of percent.
Because people just want to jump back into the game, and that's not always necessary.
It's like, I'm going to hit you now that you just killed me.
You have 6 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time in retrospect. You can afford sometimes just take it back, take it easy, don't rush in. Just, play your own game. Don't get caught trying to do what other people are trying to do, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to play like them so you lose. No one's going to outplay someone who plays exactly like them.
Exactly. And
I don't know if you followed that, but you get my point.
Wait. Basically, go.
Like, you're not gonna out someone else,
Exactly, and as well as like because you have so much time.